A baby was born with perfect hair. His name was Conor and he didn't even care. When he looked in the mirror said I. Then he said, what? Is it I? Nah. Is it I? So I've got to go. Press the button and start the show. Give me 2 secs while I blow my nose, clear my throat and pick my hole. You're now tuned into the ConorGShow Show.
Hello and welcome to the Conor G Show. I'm your host, and this is the Conor G Show. This week, Jelvis does a terrible job defending noise pollution on Nolan. Introducing ShadowBoxer1987's Irish Street Food and Dirty Dinners. Kevi 4X debuts a new haircut. Emcee Chad Rooney continues his takeover. New Young Spencer. Holland announces a new podcast. And Emmzy threatens the Conor G Show. All that and much more in this week's high-flying Conor G Show. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, good to see you. What's the crack, Pinky MB? Hutch, Fiona, watch your tone. Don Che, Fiona, Kate. Disgrace, welcome in. Stabman, Rob, Dioko. What's the crack, everyone? Hello. Get ready for a show. It's a Friday night show. Guess what that means? No work tomorrow. Here, by the grace of Kate, go away. Hello. Hello. Got a good wee show planned for you tonight. Yous are going to love this. This one, FM Trippin' by Mad Villa. Welcome in, everybody.
Here's my message to you Oxers.
What's the crack? Is everybody good? I'm glad to see us all here over Friday night. I'm in a great mood. How are we all today? You're all looking you've all worn your best clothes for me for tonight. Oh God, that's nice of you. That's nice of you. All right, so last week, Stevman, he got his £9 from the swear jar. Although I think only 5 or 6 of it was actually from swears. The other half was from $1 for a dong's what I owed him. Who should we give the swear jar to this week? We started a new tally. Who are we giving it to this week? Chat, suggestions. Who do you think deserves the money from me swearing? You get a quid every time I swear. That's the truth. Ask Devin, he'll tell you. Touch has got the smart goodies on. Everyone's saying Fiona should get the money this week. Any other suggestions in the chat? Everyone saying Fiona makes me not want to give it to Fiona to continue the bullyment. I'm trying to set her up with a rich boyfriend. Is that not good enough? Kevi Baldy says, put it in a pot and buy a new computer in a few weeks. My computer's fine. It's going to be running for years. Everyone's saying, give it to Fiona. Give it to me then, says Don She. Everyone's feeling bad for bullying Fiona for months and months. All right, Fiona, you get the swear jar tonight. Now, that doesn't mean try hard to wind me up, Fiona, because, you know, everyone knows I like swearing whenever you say something in the chat. All right, so we're still off Agnew for Lent. But I will do a random Agnew encounter though if someone redeems that with their channel points, okay? So choose wisely whenever you do that, alright? So we are off Agnew for Lent still. I'm still doing my scruffy protest against vanity, specifically David Allen's vanity. So that's still in progress. You know, I hope that doesn't bother you. I'm sure there's some OCD people who are like, get a haircut. Well, I don't think we have that many schmicks in the chat, so no one really cares about that. Schmicks love a good haircut, right? Smicked out. Oh no, he's not going to be here till about 9. I think his kids are playing football right now. We can't afford a random encounter, says Kate. Well, I do have some small bits and pieces lined up if Agnew crops up at any point for any reason, okay? Got a couple of bits that I want you to see. Alright? Not that I want you to see, but I've got some stuff ready should the error occur. Let's get into the celebrity section. Let's just let the song run out. Let me finish my coffee. I'm drinking coffee at this time of night. It's going to be a mad one. It's going to be a mad one. Although I don't think there's anything here that's going to make me too upset. It's all pretty fun stuff tonight. But should I need to go mental, I will be going mental.
This isn't the Conor G Show, this is Conor at night. Same host.
So this is not the Conor G. This isn't Conor at night. Although, you know, it is nighttime and I am the host of Conor at night.
This isn't the Conor G Show, this is Conor at night. Same host.
Similar sort of deal though.
Your boy Conor G put up something, oh, Emmzy's downfall. Where's the downfall? Where's the end of it? You know, because there was no downfall. No, why? Because I made sure there was no downfall. And that's the problem with me and the difference between me and you. I'm a fucking fighter. You're a shouter.
Emmzy does threaten me later though. Okay, so look forward to that. This is not a paywalled episode tonight. This isn't a subscriber only episode tonight, but the episode is a paywall episode, so whenever it's uploaded, people will only get the preview. FYI. Alright, welcome in everybody. This is the Conor G Show. Are you giving away the production tricks of the Pharaohs, Disgrace the Week and Android? I certainly hope you're not giving away the production tricks of the Pharaohs in the fucking chat. Damn it! There's Fiona's first quid. Nobody wind me up. Nobody give away my jokes. Nobody give away what's coming up. Nobody give away my production tips of the Pharaohs. Fiona is 1 quid richer. Welcome in, everybody. This is the Conor G Show. All right, then. That was Emmzy's natural voice. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, this is a massive week for Jelvis and the Buskers. Give it up for Gel Boy. Okay, so tonight we have Jelvis was on Nolan. He was on the radio show. We've got the 5-minute space where he was on, and then there were people talking to him and about him. And we've also got him on the television program Nolan. Okay, when was the last time we had Nolan on? Nolan has gone through a severe physical transformation since we last saw him. Last time we had Nolan on, I called him up and got him to disavow the Belfast crime man. Who remembers that episode? That was some crack, wasn't it? That piece actually didn't work because you couldn't hear Nolan over the phone when I called him. But that's what happened. So, Jelvis is going to introduce the celebrity section tonight. How about that? Take it away. Elvis impersonator Jelvis Pelvis.
Hi, you guys. It's
Hi, Jordan. Oh, I'm so thrilled to see you tonight. Although the video was low quality, I don't think that's your fault. I think that's whoever downloaded or screen recorded this for me with their crappy little phone. What I am pleased about is the audio. He's got his lapel mic strapped to his lapel where it's supposed to be, and the audio is crystal clear, okay? Usually when Jelvis or anyone on TikTok puts a dramatic sound bed underneath them, it completely covers over what they're talking about. Not today. We've got crystal clear audio.
Hi, you guys. It's
Hi.
Jelvis Pelvis here.
It's Jelvis Pelvis. He sounds bloody miserable. Hence the miserable, worried, glowing Jelvis here. The damp Jelvis.
I'm not sure if you have heard, but so I don't know when it's going to come in exactly, but there's a big thing coming to Belfast at the end of.
There's a big thing coming to Belfast. This is the big thing to two people. The two loudest, most obnoxious buskers in town. This is a big thing too. Jelvis Pelvis, this fella, and Jonathan McGarrity, this fella. This is the only two people this affects, and I haven't heard John Garrity complain about it once. Oh yeah, so not John Garrity. Forget I said that. This matters to two people. Jelvis Pelvis, and that wee whinge from the DUP who wants to hear the preacher screaming about everybody going to hell. That's it. Those are the only two people worried about this. Continue, Jelvis.
August, and I think
August.
they want it brought in before then. So I've
The music's getting too loud, Jelvis, for your little meek tone.
say August at the latest. But tomorrow morning I'm going to be speaking on the Stephen Nolan show about it. Sometimes between 9 and 10. That's on the radio, BBC Radio Ulster. So listen into that, and
You betcha. I was listening to this here.
even if you don't catch it, it'll be on the BBC Sounds, and I'll record it anyway and get it up.
He recorded it. 200 people sent this to me, and I already recorded it. I listened live and recorded it.
It really is going to affect everybody.
It's not going to affect anybody. It's going to affect most people for the better.
You know, this is what I've been doing for 4 years.
It's only going to affect you negatively because you're obnoxious and selfish. We're going to get into that. I'm already getting annoyed.
There's a lot of people.
He's still mumbling, says watch your tone.
This is what we do, like, and
This is what we do.
it could just mean it could finish it. You know, not saying that applies to everybody,
It could finish it. Listen how dramatic he is.
but for me anyway, it could be the end.
It could be the end.
So listen in tomorrow anyway if you're able to do it. And as I said, I'll share it afterwards. Thank you.
Spit it out, says watch your tone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And then it fades to black. All right. Let's watch the Let's watch the video version first, because that's shorter, and then the radio version. The radio show, Nolan, was much funnier. Because Jelvis did a terrible job! I guess he was okay on the, I guess he was okay on the television. So, I mean, this went on for ages, but I've just recorded the part with Jelvis in it here. That's all we need out of this here.
Some of them lot up in Belfast City Council.
Is this loud enough for everyone? Look at this guy. Your hair's 1 inch too long all the way round. I think let's VLC this bad thing. Just let's jack it right up.
Some of them.
All we need is an extra 35, I think. Let's not be too greedy. Let's not be too greedy.
Them lot up in Belfast.
Them lot? Why hasn't Nolan given me a job yet? Bit sus. If Jelvis can't be heard in Grand Central from Corn Market, it's game over. He's signed an NDA, so can't say too much. He's gotten insane mileage out of Jelvis. Who, Nolan?
Some of them lot up in Belfast City Council are pitching a change to the laws which could impact buskers and preachers on our streets. They soon might not be able to perform above 70 dBs, which means things like this.
Yeah, this guy can't even get a news report done without this caterwauling in the background. Now, this guy has a very small amp, right? I'm covering it there. This guy has a very small amp down here, and it's still obscuring his audio. Is that Charles Bronson says, what's your tone?
You got the reference?
Might be the thing of the past.
This is utterly ridiculous, this here.
Past.
Look at this audio setup, like churches don't even have speakers this big for, you know, weddings. Like this is, you know, wedding reception level speakers. Look, there's no way a busker should have XLR capabilities. Do you know what I mean? Look at the size of this. This is enormous. And then he's got a second one over here. And look how that is so big. You know how much these cost? Do not text this number. They're not live right now. Huh? Don't look at the camera, Jelvis.
Jordan, you can't.
That clip they've used of him, that clip that they have gotten of him right there, is perfect. It is the perfect representation of what all these shops around here, the people that work in these shops, have to deal with on a daily basis. Falling in love.
Jordan, you contacted the Nolan Show.
Did Elvis do anything even similar to that at one time?
Council are pitching.
I don't think Elvis ever did anything remotely similar to that. What? Not even once, as a joke.
Jordan,
I mean, would it kill you to get a day job, Jordan? Now, I'm playing this repeatedly, right? One, because it's utterly hilarious. And two, because I want you to all... I want it hammered into everyone's head just how annoying this is for the people that have to listen to that on a daily basis, right? He's playing the same 10 songs on repeat over and over and over and over and over, all day long, all week long. And there's people meters away from him that have to listen to that shit. I'm surprised there aren't protests. I've said it before, but if I worked in one of those shops, Jelvis would not be there. I'm not saying I would harm him. I would use any legal means possible to get rid of him. I mean, I would be pouring vegetable oil on the ground where he stands. Do you know what I mean? Anything. And it's constantly, that microphone is constantly feeding back. He still hasn't figured it out yet. Just utterly tuneless. He can't hit a note, can't sing for toffee, can't dance, terrible haircut, ruffled suit. I mean, I'm sorry, Jordan. I'm not trying to be a bully. I'm not trying to be mean here, but this is ridiculous. There's enough of this. I haven't even let the man speak yet, but you can tell I've already watched this, and the utter lack of care for other people, the utter selfishness of this. I mean, you need to learn some manners, wee man. Okay, let's continue. I'll turn it down. I need to drill this point into everyone's head. Imagine you work there. The way he looks at the camera too.
Jordan, you contacted the Nolan.
Jordan, Let's bring the volume down then. 135. Jordan, you contacted the Nolan show.
Jordan, you contacted... Jordan, you contacted...
Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. I didn't notice that. It's because you were saying it repeatedly in the chat. Okay, come on.
Contacted the Nolan show.
You contacted the Nolan show. Me, and my little world. Nothing else matters. What's the crack, Darren?
Jordan, you contacted the Nolan show. So concerned were you about this potential change to rules around DB levels and amplification?
There's that strap around his neck. He's packing heat.
Why is it such a big deal to you?
Because you do need a speaker.
You don't!
To be singing on the street.
You do not! You do not! Think of how many hundreds of years people have been busking on the streets. Think. And only recently has people started using obnoxious amplifiers.
To be heard.
No one wants to hear the shite that you're spouting as well. Elvis is whack, it's old, it's hack.
From a distance.
You can't sing either. Have you noticed I have completely had it with this wee lad?
And if it is too down low.
I'm done playing along with We Love This Guy game. This is so selfish. He is so self-absorbed. I am livid.
Because you do need a speaker to be singing on the street.
You don't.
Heard.
No.
From a distance.
No. Why do you need to be heard from a distance? Why does everybody have to listen to you? If they want to hear you, they'll come up to you. They know where you stand. Corn Market. Where's Jelvis? Corn Market, there. You want to go see Jelvis? He's standing outside the White Stuff. Yep, he's driving the staff mental again. There's been 3 suicides this month.
And if it is too down low, people will just walk on by and they...
Walk on by. People are walking on by anyway. What does he think? People are coming into town just to see him and his blue fucking eyebrows.
It won't register with them. You need
That didn't count as a swear, so put your purse away, Fiona.
that atmosphere that you're like at it gives it off the atmosphere you're at a gig.
It gives off the atmosphere you're at a gig. This is what it boils down to. You think you're on a stage at a gig because you want to be famous. You think, I'm on stage. Everybody on my adore. He thinks everybody's in Corn Market to see him. As if they're not just on their way to the shop. I mean, the self-grandiosity. How dare you? Oh. No one stands and watches him, says Darren. I don't know why there's a question mark after that statement. I've never seen a crowd around him. And if it is a crowd, it's a crowd of wee kids plotting and scheming to kick over his bucket.
And if it is too down low, people will just walk on by and it won't register.
If it's too down low, people just walk on by. You are living in a cuckoo clock, son.
With them, you need that atmosphere.
The great camera work, by the way.
That you're like at it gives it off the atmosphere you're at a gig.
This is where his mind is at. It gives off the atmosphere you're at a gig. People don't want to be at a gig in town every goddamn day.
Do you think it'll be the end of you busking?
Hopefully. Now, I don't want it to be the end of little Jimmy Crackcorn here. I don't want it to be the end of Buskers. I don't even go into town that much. And if I do, I avoid the buskers like the plague because the noise enters my brain and causes a psychotic episode. I mean, it's not even how bad the music is. It's not even how bad the singing is. The talentlessness of it. It's not even the audio level that annoys me. It's the arrogance of thinking everybody in 100-mile radius needs to hear your caterwaul warbling. You need... It's not even the audio needs to come down. You just need your ego to be knocked down a peg or two. That'll do me fine rightly. I mean, the arrogance, the utter arrogance of it. And we saw this whenever, the best example of this is whenever that booze bike came cycling past for about 25 seconds max, and Jelvis flipped his lid. He went stomping up over to them, started screaming into his microphone. Of course, no one could hear over the noise of the booze bike. But I mean, he was interrupted for a few short seconds. It's not like the guy's given the performance of a lifetime. He does the same potato sack throat singing every day.
Can't say for certain, but
one thing's for certain, Jordan.
It is looking that way.
He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you.
If you haven't been...
And that's all we got from Jelbini. So next we have Jelvis on Nolan Radio, right? And Jelvis really did a terrible job here.
Morning, 030 30 80 55 55. Dean, I know you've got to go. Thank you very much indeed. Jordan or Jelvis Pelvis.
I love that everyone pretends that they don't know what his name is just because it's ridiculous to say. Normally I hate when people do that. Normally I hate when people pretend they don't know the actual word for it, but they muck it up on purpose to make it seem like, to make a mockery of something. Have you noticed that? That's a very common thing that no one ever talks about. Very common. And I'm not just talking about stupid comedy piss take podcasts or radio shows or whatever you want to call it. It's like some quote unquote serious media do it as well. And it's the best in serious. It's usually serious media that do it because serious media. Because they think they're above people like Jelvis Pelvis. They think they're above people, artists with silly names. Do you know what I mean? So they always get the name wrong on purpose. They know fine rightly what the guy's called. So don't stumble and bumble over Jordan's stage name, Jelvis Pelvis. Do you know what I mean? That's the tone for this interview, by the way. It starts out disrespectful. It carries on patronizing, right? No violumpet, no party. Bring back the violumpet. That guy didn't have an amp, did he? That guy didn't need an amp, and his name echoes through the ages. People talk about that guy fondly, and he made a damn racket too. A very small racket, a very hilariously cute racket. I mean, not a tune was spat out of that little thing. That was just chicken scratch, that. But everyone loved him because it didn't annoy the heck out of their heads. It was so silly. It was such nonsense. Okay. Look, notice that they still have the old Nolan here.
Morning to you.
I'm sorry, but we didn't even see Nolan talking about Jelvis there with the busking. He didn't talk about Jelvis on the TV program. It was just that little report. But I'm annoyed I didn't get an image of how Nolan looks now. He's thin and he's got Cadbury chocolate orange brown hair.
Hello, morning, Stephen. How you doing?
Right, let's VLC this here. I want you to be able to hear Jelvis's terrible audio.
Morning, Sue.
Can you feel it? Let's put that there. Let's put that there.
30 30 80 55 55. Dean, I know you've got to go. Thank you very much indeed. Jordan or Jelvis Pelvis. Morning to you.
Hello, morning, Stephen. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you. I think you contacted the program, didn't you? So
I love that. Do you remember? They make sure to tell everyone that Jordan contacted them repeatedly.
Spell out, how long have you been busking, and what do you think these bylaws are going to do to you?
I've been busking for nearly 4 years in Belfast, and
he's been driving people psycho for 4 years.
These bylaws will...
Bylaws. Imagine a world where Jelvis says the word bylaw.
Eventually stop busking because...
They'll eventually stop busking. So what did people do for hundreds of years before the amp was invented? You little kid brain.
The noise levels they're suggesting 70 decibels. It's even been agreed now. It's down to 60. It's just not going to work for us. We do need to be...
It's just not going to work for us. He's literally the only one complaining. John Garrity immediately said, I'm going to be playing at 60 decibels today. Everything's fine.
Louder than that.
Why?
Why? Barked Nolan.
And for people to hear us and not just become background noise.
Well, 70 decibels. Like,
and not become background noise. Jelvis, hate to break it to you, son. Buskers are supposed to be background noise. You're not supposed to be center stage of the world. It's not Live Aid. I mean, you're supposed to be background noise. If people want to watch it, they'll stand right in front of you. You'll probably be like, can you back up, please? I need to shake my pelvis. Ignorant wee sod.
We played what could be akin to it, the sound of a loud vacuum.
Oh, yeah. On the Nolan show, they played a vacuum sound effect, right? And they just said, that's 70 decibels. Like as if everybody has their radio at the same level. Let me just show you what they played here. Let me just show you what they played. That's what the Nolan show played, and then they were like, that's what it's going to sound like now.
Why do you need to be that loud, man?
Nolan called him mate.
Because you're in a city centre where there's a lot of stuff going on, there's a lot of noise going on, and
we wish there wasn't so much noise going on, Pelvo.
Other places, there's cars, there's a lot.
There's cars. There's no cars in Cornmarket.
There's a lot of people about. It's just not loud enough for us.
It's Belfast. There's not that many people
to be heard. When you take into consideration we're playing music and vocals over it. Like there's a guy who plays in the centre. He plays Irish music, but he plays a banjo over it. When that rule comes in, that immediately cuts him out because he is going to go over those decibels for sure.
Why?
No, he's not. No, he's not, Jelvis. Put another picture up here. Let's keep these rotating since Rob's painted Jelvis so many times.
Shouldn't you be background noise?
Thank you, Stephen.
Because we feel like we are more than...
I hate how he's speaking for other people. He doesn't talk to other buskers. He's at war with other buskers over the territory.
Just background noise to the people of Belfast. I mean, we're not just something that's there to be seen as a...
sideshow freak? Sorry, let's rewind this.
Noise to the people of Belfast.
Because Jelvis is doing a terrible job of fighting his corner. Because all he wants to say is me, 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 me.
Why shouldn't you be background noise?
Because we feel like we are more than just background noise to the people of Belfast. I mean, we're not just something that's there to be seen as a background part of Belfast. We want to be
We want to be free. We want to do what we want to do.
Of the reasons why people could come to Belfast.
We want to be part of the reasons why people come to Belfast. You're the reason Fiona comes to Belfast to laugh and gawk at you and send me photographs of you.
To be seen as
Jelvis is the union rep for the buskers. All the buskers hate Jelvis because he's a wee he's a cheeky wee blurt.
A background part of Belfast. We want to be one of the reasons why people could come to...
Honestly, Jelvis walks up into town, and if someone's pitched up in the spot that he wanted to be in, he throws a tantrum and says, "Oh, I'm going to quit. Nobody wants Elvis here anymore." He's done it dozens of times.
Belfast.
You see him gurning outside Stradivarius whenever his spotted corn market's taken up.
And if we're restricted in that way, it's not going to be the same.
He's very arrogant, says Aaron. Thank you.
Caller Stephen wants to speak to you this morning.
Whenever I heard that, Caller Stephen wants to speak to you this morning, I jumped up out of my seat. I was on the bus. I jumped up out of my seat and I started dancing around because I thought it was Stevman.
Jordan. Okay. Morning, Stephen.
Hi, Stephen. Hi, Jelvis. I was in the Apple store.
And I was like, nice, I was too old to be Stevman, but I don't know how old Stevman is.
The other day there, getting a tutorial.
I love this little anecdote here.
Stephen wants to speak to you.
This is like, I couldn't have scripted this here.
This morning, Jordan. Okay. Morning, Stephen.
Hi, Stephen.
Hutch.ie says, can't confirm. Can't confirm what? How arrogant Jelvis is?
Hi, Jelvis. I was in the...
A blind man can see it. A blind, deaf, dumb baby can tell how arrogant Jelvis is.
The Apple store.
Look at the look on his face in this image alone. You can tell how arrogant he is.
Or the other day there.
Can we just pretend this is Stevman, says Stevman in the chat. Yes, all right. So Stevman, our Stevman here, executive producer of the Conor G Show, called in to Nolan to give his 2 cents and give his real life anecdote about his experiencing the Jelvis Pelvis experience.
We want to be...
Hutch.ie is a busker in the chat. He says he's hated by the buskers. Thank you for confirming. I mean, it didn't need confirmation. I just told everyone. But thank you for the confirmation.
One of the reasons why people could come to Belfast. And if we're restricted in that way...
I would say Jelvis is one of the reasons people come to Belfast, okay? Hold my hands up and say that. But you're too damn loud. People will be happy if you're quiet. People will be way happier if you're way quieter. You obnoxious little turd.
It's not going to be the same.
How's my non-swearing doing?
Caller Stephen wants to speak to you this morning, Jordan. Okay. Morning, Stephen.
I really shouldn't go with my most angry topic first, shouldn't I? I'm already very tired.
Hi, Stephen. Hi, Jelvis.
Stephen, everybody get up for Stephen in the chat.
In the Apple store the other day there.
They got the Apple store.
A tutorial on how to use my iWatch. And it was a lovely atmosphere. And then Jelvis started up because
he was getting it. I thought, when I heard this here, I thought he was buying an Apple Watch. I didn't realize that this geezer was getting a tutorial on how to use his Apple Watch. This guy's never heard of YouTube. Frank in the chat. Big up Frank in the chat, everyone. He says, selfish jelfish. I love my iWatch now, says Stephen.
I was in the Apple store the other day there, getting a tutorial on how to use my iWatch.
What a detail.
And it was a lovely atmosphere.
It was a lovely atmosphere.
And then Jelvis started up because he was standing in Duns under the roof there.
Imagine that sound just echoing through there. That's Jelvis's number 2 favourite spot.
Honestly, it was booming throughout the Apple Store.
Those windows act as a giant acoustic echo chamber.
I walked out and I walked away.
Has he got a good voice? Do you want them booming?
Here, I like Jelvis's
Now, I do like Jelvis as well, but the more we've got to know him, like his foibles, his character is... He's not nice. He's just not a nice kid.
Fair.
He's 30 years old, by the way.
Honestly, it was booming throughout the Apple Store. I walked out and I walked away.
Has he got a good voice? Do you want?
I walked out. I was in the middle of getting my tutorial. I turned on my heel. And strutted right out that door, glaring at Jelvis.
Something booming.
Here was standing in Duns under the roof there. Honestly, it was booming throughout the Apple Store. I walked out and I walked away.
Has he got a good voice? Do you want them booming?
Here,
he doesn't have a good voice. I mean, even Nolan knows that.
I like Jelvis's act. I like
his act. Didn't say I like the singing.
Buskers. When I go to London, I go to the South Bank. I go to
Big up
Covent
London.
Garden. I like to sit and watch Buskers. I like to give them money. Stephen, I couldn't get out of the town quick enough.
Well said, Stavman.
He was booming from 300-400 yards away. And I do think it's better for the Buskers because if they're quiet-ish, people can stand, enjoy their
300 or 400 yards away. A conservative estimate from Stavman here, live on Nolan.
music. They'll stand around them and they'll give them money. But it's
That's a crack jet here, 16.
horrendous what's going on in Belfast at the minute. And I don't...
All crew inside the ride! Sorry.
Because if they're quiet-ish, people can stand, enjoy their music.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If Jelvis and John don't have their multi-speaker setup, their sound systems, the likes of Jungle Syndicate 17 haven't even seen the likes, then you can double, triple, quadruple the amount of boxers. ShadowBoxer1987 coming up later. If they don't have these giant sound systems blaring, then you can have 10 times the amount of buskers because everybody can have their own wee patch closer to each other and they're not bothering each other. And then you've got a real festival on your hands. Jelvis hasn't thought about this though. He's just thinking about his own selfish world.
They'll stand around them and they'll give them money. But it's horrendous what's going on in Belfast at the minute.
Fact.
And I don't care whether it's Jelvis or Jesus.
He doesn't care whether it's Jelvis or Jesus, right? Well, don't upset the DUP here.
Gotta keep the volume down.
Do you not think there's a vibrancy to a city where there are lots of these buskers performing?
Well done, Nolan, not listening to the fella and ploughing through with your pre-written question.
Like they'll turn...
Like the guy just said he wants to hear loads of buskers.
Of low-level noise or indeed silence. Like that would be a pretty flat environment, wouldn't it?
Completely ignored what the guy said. Well done, Nolan. Excellent journalism.
Oh, absolutely, Stephen. I think buskers are brilliant. As I say, when I go to London, that's what I do. I go and walk the South Bank.
Put them all down beside the waterfront or something, says Google do. He's putting a rare rich voice on, says Frank.
Buskers are...
I love buskers, me. I get them all day. I go to London, I listen to them in the South Bank, so I do.
Plenty of buskers. They're licensed.
Was that good?
They're sort of organised, but they're some of them are the small...
You can't convince me Jelvis has a busker's license. Maybe that's what's hanging around the strap on his neck. Put them all in the river, says Rob. Put them all in the river. Nolan plays the devil's advocate.
Amplification. So I'm all for it. But Jelvis, you're clearing the town. People aren't coming in because they can hear you for about half a mile around Corn Market.
True.
Is he that bad?
Yeah.
Oh, it is that loud. It's horrendous.
It's
I
horrendous.
seriously would question going back into town.
Thank you, Stefman.
Well, no matter where you go, what type of venue to go to, whether it's outside
Jelvis is completely stumped.
or indoors, it is going to be loud. It's going to.
Whether what venue you're in, if it's inside or outside, no. People inside are being paid to perform, probably. Buskers on the street. You're in tuppence. What's a crack? Kiko loves too.
To be heard from a distance. That's just the way it is.
What are you going on about, Jelvis? This is what annoyed me as well. Jelvis, he was completely unprepared. He had no comebacks, and his only argument was, I want loads of people to hear me. I don't care about anyone else. Now, I only recorded the part that Jelvis was on here. But the main argument for this here was between the DUP and the whoever the other party was. Bicker and bicker and bicker and bicker and back and forth. Just caring about their own agenda.
Well, that's not very accommodating, is it?
That's not very accommodating, is it? Got a little loading error.
Sorry, what?
Jelvis is listening to himself back on the radio.
It's not very accommodating, Jordan.
I love that, Jordan. The patronising government name.
Yes, but we need to be at a certain level for people to hear us.
Fiona says that poor man is currently at home staring at his watch, not knowing how to work at it. Not knowing how to work it still. Wrong. Stavman is watching the Conor G Show live on his iWatch right now.
If we're put down, there's not much point us doing it because...
If we're put down, there's not much point us doing it, though.
You know, Stephen doesn't want to hear you. He can't be any clearer. He does not want you. He doesn't want to hear you at that level.
Stephen, at that level, thanks for adding that at the end, Nolan. I was about to blow a gasket there.
Well, he needs to take into consideration that I'm not the only busker, and I'm not the only thing.
He needs to take into consideration that I'm not the only busker. Exactly. That goes against your point, Gel Bonus.
In Belfast, it makes a lot of noise.
Oh, you're not the only one that makes a lot of noise. Passing the buck.
But here, Stephen and Jelvis, I do want to hear you. But I just want to be able to stand quite close to you and enjoy it. It's just far, far too loud.
Councillor Ron McDowell with us this morning as well. Good morning to you, Ron.
Ron McDowell then chimed in there with his poppycock babble nonsense. So I hate, right? Let's put Jelvis back on the screen here. I hate that it's just so selfish. That winds me up. Selfish people wind me up. They're entirely able to busk without an amp. Not everyone has to hear them. People in front of you can hear fine. And my main takeaway from that, Nolan, is they're all self-serving, ignorant idiots who only care about themselves and their wee selfish agendas. Not a single thought for other people. Professor Mono in the chat. Welcome in, Professor Mono. We've got Professor Mono's brand new single coming up later tonight. Look forward to that. That's coming up to kick off the local rapper section later. All right, Professor Mono, that's what you wanted to hear, wasn't it? Right. So, that isn't all for this. I want to know what other people think about this here, okay? So, we've got a few comments. Oh, yeah. So, John Garrity, right? Right. So, forget Jelvis for now. John Garrity is the worst. Jelvis has one amp. You know how terrible Jelvis is, right? He's a comedy act, but he wants to be a serious performer, but he doesn't get that he's just, a novelty act, right? Maybe he does, I don't know. He's done singing and acting lessons, and he can't sing or act, okay? John Garrity, on the other hand, I guess he can sing. Now, you couldn't pay me to stand there and listen to John. I don't like that type of music. It is not my favourite thing to listen to, right? John has two enormous speakers. Not one, but two enormous speakers. He carries his little trolley into town with all his bits and bobs. It is so insanely loud, this Garrity fella. Now, fair play to John when he read in the newspaper that this DB restriction was coming in. He popped on his way Instagram and he said, I'll see you all in town and I'm going to be playing at 70 decibels. I think he even said 60, bless him. So he hasn't complained about this. And if he has, I haven't heard it. So I want to give him props there. But what I do want to do is let you all hear the absolute racket that this guy makes. Just in case some of you aren't too sure. Right, here we go. I just got some because we haven't really played any of John's songs here. This is from his account. It says, Lady of Knock amidst the holiday hustle in Belfast. The poor people in White Stuff. If there's anybody from White Stuff watching this here that would like to do an interview with me, please get in touch. I need to hear what you think about these guys. So, John has 2 enormous speakers by his feet. Like, listen to how loud that is. Is there any need for that? And look at him, he thinks he's performing the goddamn national anthem. Queen of Ireland! There's no need for it, John. I'm sorry.
Queen of Ireland, oh my king, in troubled seas, as I be without before.
Like, please, I'm begging someone in the chat to try and articulate just how loud that is. I mean, that is wild. Do you know what I mean? That is like you're not at a gig. You're not, this isn't tea in the park. Do you know what I mean? That is insane to be that loud. It's not even the fact it's that loud. It's the arrogance of thinking that's okay to be that loud. That's what annoys me. That's what triggers me. It's how selfish it is and how egotistical and arrogant it is. That's what triggers me. It's not the actual volume. It's the mentality of someone who thinks that's okay. Am I making sense to anyone? John McGarity giving the clarity on his lack of parity, says Rob. Fiona says, he's copying the guy from Ireland living in Oz. He plays holy songs in Irish bars and the whole bar singing along going mental. I would have no problem if John was doing that, getting paid in bars. If he was in a bar that paid him to be there and everyone was singing along loving it, zero issues with that. Zero issues with that. When you walk past Botanic or Ormo, when T Vital or whatever are on, it's not as loud as these guys, says Google Do. And he would know. He's a good ear on them, this boy. Ear bleed inducing. It's so loud. Having to pause a conversation until you're several streets away from the busker, says Google Do. They're not even that loud in Oxford Street, lol, says Robert.
Lady of Love.
That guy covered his ear there. Did you see it? John's.
Lady of Love.
John didn't like that.
My queen of peace.
Yikes, a Rooney. Now let's see what the people had to say about this here, right? So here's one from BBC. This is on the BBC Facebook page, I guess this is. Kim Gervin says, Jelvis is the only one I can't stand. He's over the top load. Jelvis the ball bag. Get rid of him. He's bloody awful. There is more noise pollution in Stormont than there is in Belfast, says Stephen Matchett. Agnes Dodd says, not noise-free entertainment by some good talent. Stephen, don't be cruel, says Travis Young. We're getting a good cross section of the community here. Jelvis is, Donna says, big up Donna, by the way. Jelvis is the ones who caused the issue. Fact. Between him, the gospel choir preachers outside HMV, and John McGarity, sorry, spelled that wrong, I think, and the wee man play... No grammar or punctuation. Donna doesn't care for grammar or punctuation. That's all right. Each to their own, right, Miss Taggart? Jelvis is one of the ones who caused the issue. I mean, that's what I said at the beginning of all this. There's only a few people who are that arrogant to be that loud. The ones who caused the issue. Between him, the gospel choir preachers outside HMV, and John McGarity. I love that we're all calling him John McGarity now. I've been calling him John McGarity because I don't want to hurt John's feelings, right? So I've been saying a different name to sort of try and soften the blow, if you know what I mean. So I'm not just coming out and saying the man's name, because that might sound a bit harsh. So I've been saying, this is why I've been saying McCarty. I'm not doing that dismissive thing where you pretend to get the name wrong that I was talking about earlier as well. I'm saying it wrong on purpose to soften the blow of how it sounds coming out of my mouth to his ear. Should he ever hear this? And I hope he doesn't. This isn't what this show is about. It's not attacking people. It's me being over the top, ludicrous, try and make people laugh. Okay, John? Lovely wee John. I think, sorry, I spelled that wrong. I think, and the wee man playing the banjo and the, which? And the Irish music, poor fella, though, the one I love, though, God help him, is the old man singing away to himself, not one speaker or amp, just him and all his wee songs. But yeah, they're all trying to outdo each other and cause this problem, so slap it up to them. I, for one, don't mind them all, but when I can hear them from the Europa and they're in Royal Avenue, it's bad. Don't let them have mics and amps. Then it's not noise pollution, it's someone singing. If they get the customer, it's because they have ... more. Thank God I don't have to read any more of this woman's train of thought without punctuation. Wayne Donaldson says, about time. I used to work down there and it drove me bloody mental. Chicken Oriental. He says, probably. Oh no, here it is. Wayne says, about time. I used to work down the street from where Jelvis performs, and we had to listen to that warble all afternoon some days. It's completely unreasonable. Very reasonable comment from Wayne here. I'm all for buskers. Some of them are fantastic and it adds a good atmosphere in the city centre. But some of the amplification is ridiculous. They seem to think they're playing Glastonbury, but in reality, they're standing outside semi-cam. Why waste my breath when I could have read Wayne's comment here? Marcel McDonald says, and yet the preachers can stand there and shout all they want. At least the buskers are trying to bring a bit of life into the place. No, as we saw, Marcel, the buskers have the preacher's amps are 10 times the size of John McCarata. Okay? Right, we've got one famous guy. We've got a famous guy's opinion in the mix here. Friend of the Conor G Show, Rare Witch, aka Petal Reaction on Instagram. Give it up for Rare Rich, everybody. Let's hear what he had to say on the matter. He says, could it be possible to live in a reality where we don't have to listen to hound dog or miserable crooners in the city centre at full whack all day, every day? Not saying out loud, but just turn it down a bit so we can allow more space for a wider eclectic range of talented acoustic buskers to perform and react to the architecture and foot traffic of the city. IMO, most interesting part of busking. And also, hear me out, could this hypothetical shared space utopia also be on in which weird, predominantly but not always, men don't intimidate people with threats of burning in hell for eternity or pictures of aborted fetuses? TLDR, a little less amplification, a little more sharing. A wise man, Mr. Witch, sums it up perfectly here between Petal Reaction and Wayne. The people have spoken, John and Jelvis. turn it down and carry on. Very reasonable request. No one else is screaming and shouting like me. People are making very reasonable requests. And for you selfishly to ignore that, Jelvis, and to only think about yourself, I think maybe you need to watch some Thich Nhat Hanh and do some meditation and inner soul searching. Or therapy. Like you suggested I do, young Jordan Devine. Alright, some food for thought there. Comes a point when I just have to be horrible, says Fiona. She gives dirty looks to the buskers. I thought that was his actual name. I mean, it is now forever. What are you talking about, Robert? All right, boys and girls, let's get into Screenshot of the Week. All right, so remember, this is the celebrity section. Busker Gate is over now. You happy? Oh, Rob said McGarrity. You thought that was his name? Does it really matter? Does it matter? Okay, right, screenshot of the week. All right, here's a belter from last week. Agnew's aggro sandwich. Very funny, that one. So what is screenshot of the week? Well, you know the way throughout my show, I take a load of screenshots and do stuff like this. Well, each week now, we are going to do the screenshot of the week. And then I'm going to draw one, and then Rob is going to paint one on his show. $1 for a dong. His show is on tomorrow night. 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, here live on Twitch, where you pay him as little as £1, and he does one of these wonderful paintings that you've seen. Here's one that he did from a previous screenshot of the week. Agnew crops his pants there. There's David Allen, the vainest man alive, hence the reason for my scruffy haircut right now. There we've got Paul Morrissey after the rats have been at him. Oh, look, I've just found where I put my Rob's impression of David Allen video that I was so upset about losing last week. It was in the DFD folder.
Said. This might be Rob's last stream, winking sad smiley. Rob, you need to fix yourself, man, winking sad smiley.
We're gonna be making some of the best art you'll ever see in your entire lives. It's gonna be so lit. So don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.
Ours is not for 99% of the population.
I totally fucked up this bit, but it doesn't matter. Because we're just here to have a laugh. Good evening.
Cracks himself up. Put that into my little show memes folder here. Let's see what other show memes we have here. Show memes.
Jesus.
What else do we have in our show meme folder here? Oh, there's a little show meme there. Know all, ask Noel AI there. That was funny, wasn't it? What other memes we got here? Rhino, it's Christmas. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I saw Rhino, this fella. Do you remember our Christmas special, the Conor G Show? Remember this here?
Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas.
to come out of his tomb. Hey, you guys. And that's for the chick that I haven't met. My New Year's resolution is cash and checks. Open the presents and what's the bets? That I get another Lynx Africa set. Oh, girlie.
I was in the old Europa bus station. What's the wee place called? What's the wee food market they have in there? I was in there having a wee bit of overpriced pizza. And who did I see? Like a day after this here guy was on the show. Halt, sister. But I was in Halt having a wee bit of pizza. One slice of pizza for a tenner. And Rhino was in there. And I think he was with his dad. And his dad was completely sober. They were drinking, but Rhino was plastered. He was steaming. So I got a good stare at him, and he didn't notice because he was so drunk. So there you go. Why are you saying that, Rob? Did I say it was just the other day that we watched that video or something? Let's have one more. There is, I don't think we saw this last week. There's Emmzy Air. Let's see. There's a Gavin from the Working Class Podcast meme there. Oh, that's Gavin's favorite word that he likes to call people who call him out for his nonsense. What else do we have here? Oh, we've got Gavin wearing a high hat. This is in our Conor G Show meme folder here. Gavin's high hat there. He thinks it makes him look taller. Isn't that funny? What have we got in here? We got a science diagram. Oh, here's a lovely little science diagram that I made once. That's funny. Conor G Institute for the Study of Silly Billies, Stupidity and Arrogance. Subject G triggers natural animal response from subject A when faced with moronic babbling framed as gospel. There you go. Isn't that cute? It's funny, isn't it? Let's see. Who's beer guy? What is this here? This is in the meme folder. Sorry, last one. That's how I feel at the end of every show. Alright, congrats. He has to keep his huge brain under there. Very good. Alright, so you get the point. Screenshot of the week. I do something, Rob does something. Y'all love it, okay? Alright. Do you like that? I've got hundreds of those things from the show. Just getting the poll up. Alright, so first we have Agnew's Aggro Sandwich. Then we've got Crocodile Indiana Edmonds here. Then we've got Emcee with his unfortunate lighting Hitler mask. Then we've got the Snarl. Agnew made it twice. The Snarl heard around the world. Alright, there's a vote in the chat right now. Press 4 for the Snarl. Press 3 for Emcee with the unfortunate shadow that looks like a Hitler mask. Press 2 for Noel. And press 1 for the Aggro Sandwich. I'm going to draw the winner right now. I don't know which one I want to do. And Rob's gonna do one as well. Could be, we could do the same one, we could do different ones. Don't know. All right, Hutch says 1, Rob says 3, Kit says 4, Stedman says 1, Fiona says 3. One from Shockbone, 1 from Jet Air, 3 from Darren. Aggro Sandwich is winning. Noel's got 0. Emcee's got 44.4, tying with the Aggro Sandwich. The Snarl's only got 11. I think I have to draw the Snarl, like. Goobledoo with the 4, Donchi with the 3. Alright, Aggro's winning 45%. Emcee down to 36. Noel has nothing. Snarl has 18. That's a 1 from D's, Chris. Alright, has anybody not voted yet? If you're in the chat and you have not voted, if you're just lurking, chuck a vote in. Don't worry, I won't draw attention to you. What one do you want to do out of these, Rob? Alright, Aggro Sandwich is winning. I think Rob would be better at doing that one. I think I'd be better at the Snarl, maybe. Or Chad Rooney. I think I'd be good at doing Chad Rooney, actually. Emcee is the most interesting, says Rob. Alright, has anybody not voted? If you're just listening, please get your vote in the chat. Press 1 for the Agnews Aggro Sandwich. Press 2 for Noel. Press 3 for Emcee. And press 4 for the Snarl. Heard around the world. I know there are people in here not voting, and it's making me very upset. I'm just giving you time to get back to your phones. I'm gonna start reading out names. Good beat tune, wasn't it? That was In the Spirit, the In the Spirit mix. Alright, boys and girls. This is the screenshot of the week. Alright, looks like Rob is going to be doing the Aggro Sandwich. And I am going to do Emcee Chad Rooney right now. Okay, sound good to everyone? Robert? Rob says, could literally go straight in with the paint and go for a 15-minute one on Chad Rooney? I think I gotta do Chad. Chad's so cute. And we've got Chad Rooney coming up later tonight. We've got more from Chad. Chad's the best rapper in Northern Ireland right now. Because he tries. None of the other rappers try. Rob says, hand shaking, pouring out more gin. Alright, let's get her done! Chad, I'm only drawing you because you look the most like a cartoon that I could draw here. Everyone said, not everyone, someone said he looked like the mask from V for Vendetta. Who said that? Alright, Rob, you're going to be doing Aggro Sandwich, Strandwiches. I'm going to do Emcee. Okay? I don't really know how to do this here because I know I just have a feeling for which one I want to draw, and then the vote doesn't really mean anything, I guess, if I just decide, right? What are you going to do about it? Alright, Chad. There was no word from Chad. He didn't like any of my posts about him or anything. Trying to pick the guy up. I get it. Making me paint Agnew as more memes probably make better clips. Every cloud, says Robert.
Good evening. Margaret here. As part of my government's commitment to the people of Northern Ireland, we often find ourselves in front of the Conor G Show, whilst I find his japes and hijinks somewhat barbed. We nonetheless offer our warmest congratulations on a job well done whenever he comes online.
Thank you for that, Rob. Best sound drop by miles. All right, Shad, you ready to be drawn? Hung, drawn, and quartered? The giant knows all the better to sniff cocaine with. And that famous pointy cap. Is there anyone who's furious? Is there anyone who's furious that I'm not drawing Agnew's aggro sandwich?
Body motion, caught in time. Come on, girl, please be mine. Body motion, caught in time. Come on, girl, make up your mind. Body motion, caught in time. Come on, girl, please be mine. Body motion, caught in time. Come on, girl, make up your mind. In love tempo. Heartbeats, heartbeats, heartbeat. Lovers reach peak, which makes a wise man see that strength is in the heart. And love will it's fun. And love will it's fun. And love will it's fun. 'Cause heartbeats, heartbeats, heartbeat. In love tempo.
This is so good, he's going to use it for his album cover, I bet. Now that I've done the shadows a little bit, it doesn't look so much like a Hitler mustache. Need some new markers.
When we meet, pleasure zone, we're on our own. So please don't break.
I've probably had these markers 10 years.
I love tempo. Tempo, 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 tempo. The time is right. Big beat of the heart. The time is right. Big beat of the heart. The time is right. Big beat of the heart. The time is right. Big beat of the heart. Your eyes, your lies, my love disguise. Heartbeat, 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 in love tempo.
Have I ruined it? Love you, Chad.
The big beat of the heart. The big beat of the heart.
All right, everyone. Will that do? I think that'll do. I think that'll do. New song for Chad. All right, this one's dedicated to Chad. All right. This song is called "My Love."
Take my love, take my love, take my,
Cap's not very good. Hold on.
take my love, 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 my love, take my love, take my
Much better. Chad loves this Cap. Leave Chad up there. Leave Chad up there to look after us here. Or does it make my shot look too messy? With this, you know, nice tie-dye shirt here. Alright, thank you so much, Darren. Let's see if the chat had to say about that. Do you like when I do the drawing, or does it bore you beyond tears? 4chan adjacent. Everyone gets a break from Agnew. Everyone else gets a break from Agnew, says Rob. Lollipop, says Rob. Let's see. And recorded in my bedroom. Don't give an F vibe. It was funny as F. We got 2 new Emcee songs coming up for you later. One's called Radio, and the other one's called Mambo 3.5. You're gonna love it. Mambo 3.5 is back in the red room. He looks like the head out of Art Attack, says, Beat speaks, hello, Beat speaks. Fiona says, that drawing should be one of the prizes in your next competition. But a good prize runs against the tradition of Conor re-gifting his prizes. I go out presents all the time, Rob. How dare you? How dare you? What about that lovely gift that I brought over to England for you? I bet that hasn't seen the light of day since I was there. I bet that was shoved in a drawer instantly. David Beatspeak says, or David Allen spying his new pair of Friday night chords, says Beatspeaks. Alright, big up David Allen as well. Let's see. Phenomenal, says Pinky. Very nice, says Shackbone. Thank you. The 12-month subscribe, brothers. Okay. Oh, fuck. I'm wrecked. I am wrecked. Okay. Right, just grabbing a quick link here. I'm going to take a very quick break. When we come back after the break, we've got Dirty Dinners, starring Crawfords Mug of Oxo and ShadowBoxer1987. I'm looking forward to seeing what you think of ShadowBoxer. He's made some Irish stew and he's made a snake sandwich. Okay, we've got 2 different meals from the ShadowBoxer for dirty dinners. Okay. Don't worry, I'll give you a bit of context. Maybe, I don't know. Sorry, just looking something up here. Just finding something for you to watch here. Something art themed, since we have just witnessed some arts. One moment, please. I'm roasting. Where's that playing from? Like, where's that supposed to be playing from? I didn't click that. So why are you playing? I love YouTube has a different layout in every single computer that you use. That's handy. That's handy when you're ever doing a live broadcast, isn't it? I'm just looking for my watch later folder, which isn't here. Don't know why it's there every other time I go here, but not during the live show. Conor's throwing a fit. Everyone go watch the Conor G Shows. Conor's having a live meltdown in front of everyone. You have no idea how hot it is in here. I think the heating's on as well. This is the Conor G Show. Coming up after the break, we've got Dirty Dinner starring Crawford, ShadowBoxer1987. Then the local rappers, who include Kevi Baldy Locks, Young Spencer, Emcee Chad Rooney, and Emmzy. Alright, stick around and find out what it's all about here live on the Conor G Show tonight. It's the Friday night extravaganza. We're going mental tonight. Alright, boys and girls, here I have a little cartoon to show you. It's called Irish Street. It's by Hickey Ernitz. It's from 1991. I believe it's a hellish nightmare. Alright, be right back, folks. Do not go anywhere. This is the Conor G Show. Oh, can I just say, for the people who are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching this far. You're going to have to head over to my Ko-fi page to see the rest of the show. Okay? Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, and content. Alright, bye-bye. Be right back, folks.